So I will show you the sweep. I would say it's an easy sweep, but it's a really weird to say it because some of you will struggle with that even. So I don't make it too complicated. And so think about you do a sweep and then somehow you stand up also. Just sweep is tripod, very well known for that piece. So sweep is this. It's better to do when you're a little bit sideways. It's easier to stand up afterwards. Some do it here, some do it here. You have this option. This will sometimes bend your ankle, so this is a very good option. They both work, but this is actually nice. And then be sideways. I guess you push and pull. Other way it's hard. Sideways being, you land on your elbow right away, and then think about getting up. Usually, I would still keep that leg, and then we fight for top, making them flat. One more time. And you just do the sweep and think about how would you stand up. You have this, you have that. Think about it. You can't pull this. Be aware to push this. Then it's light. And then you can go also forward, or you can go back. And which one to pick, I will actually, right, the fence will define that. So you will find out because the fence will guide the default option. Other way you have both, and you don't know how to choose. Because you want to go forward, but because that's not default. But you feel like if somebody falls, then you want to go there. But it's actually very, very hard to do. So if you have time, do both sides. Do only one. I don't care. Just make them fall. It doesn't have to be perfect. And during the class, 1 hour, your actually sweeps get better because we do it 1 hour, the sweep. And we add more details. And then you just learn to defend it. So don't worry about if it's not perfect, so to speak. Switch on your own. If you know more, do less. If you know less, do more. Let's go. Yeah? So, yes. And then think about how you would stand up. Yes. And now, I will give you, we start from the forest. I think it's more fun. It always brings the kids out of everybody. And literally, and people have a lot of, I will show you what people do actually, maybe what's the jokes, what you end up doing if you drill this way more. So think about this yourself, not hurting anybody, not doing it full speed. I want to give you a context, and I want to make you suffer, and you will think out the option, and then I will show you mine. So you fall, you fall, somebody sweeps you, and you fall. Think about what would be the logical way to run away. And just in that context, how would you just run away? Don't do it fast, don't try it right away because you have injury risk there, because your legs will be flying and they will be coming forward, so you can, roundhouse kick somebody maybe. So don't do it fast. If you do it, I'm not responsible, So that's the disclaimer. And think about just to fall, they will not do anything, just make your butt go, and they will not stand up, so to speak, So they will give you good timing to figure out stuff, so they will not win. And then we go like, how would you just turn around and just run away? What would be the technique? And what would be the mechanical position? How would you do stuff? Why would you do it? And then just try. And then I will show you. So, let's go. Everybody tries. You switch on your own. So, and if it happened that one person tried 5 times and you didn't try, it's your fault. Because I said switch fast, and maybe he tries a couple of times, you do a couple, and then you always switch very fast. And if you don't get it even, if you go like, I don't know, let him try, and don't start to figure it out 5 minutes and then they don't try. So that's the whole thing at first, you switch a lot, just to build the context. And now, I think you pretty much do the right thing. Some did somersaults, like rolling backwards. That's fun when you pull it off. But I will show you do the sweep to it. So, we'll do that on this side. So, go. Switch, yes, go. So, now this is the roundhouse kick part, So, and also if you stretch a leg, then it's a momentum is bigger, so to speak. It's a slower move to do it. If you want to do very fast, you do this. Then you can turn around faster. So just in case, if you go speed up, MMA, accidental kicks. So now if they hold on, if there's a boot actually, wrestling boots, and you have a harder time, then there's a different forest, 1, 2, 3. We have to go like single leg like wrestlers, because it will get stuck, and that's expected, but not today. So prep. So I do this, And now it's just a launch, a sprint. And don't stand up. Then you start to do those things. Hold on tight. Then you start to go like this. Really like sprint. And the first version is this. You just hold on tight and you just go. And you create a lot of distance that there's no way they're gonna follow you. They just run 100 meters and then turn back, full guard. Okay? And this is what I do. I always say, you know, that my escape, most cases in side control, in back escapes, I stand up. It's very annoying. For me, jiu-jitsu is 3D, yeah? Yeah, my club name is 3D, so it's a weird thing, yeah? So, but I will stand up, three dimensions. And it's a very annoying thing to do. So most people, if I stand up, they think I'm gonna wrestle with them. I stand up, clear, I pull guard again. They're like, really? You know? So, but I'm not a good wrestler, you know? I'm not gonna go like, you know, wrestler with them. So if I get a leg, I can do it, but I'm not gonna do tie-ups with people. So one more time. So, and the key is, you will turn around basically as you fall. If you fall on your butt, then turn. Today is good, but you know it's late already. They're already getting up, them also. So, but today, timing-wise, so they will give you time. So you have time to learn. Don't fall on your butt. Right away, fall one side and on your elbow, slowly. And you don't fall like a tree in the woods. You just go like, because you go like this. Sweep. This is easier, yeah? You land on kind of like your elbow and you don't pop this. This is more hurtful, so to speak. And now, you cross, you go. There's a back exposure. It doesn't mean anything bad. And now you hold it tight and you just run with this. And just run like 5 meters. And also hard version would be hold on tight. You go limp, and you go. Because you start like, and then you turn around. That's what wrestlers are doing. So you limp leg. But that requires like you doing this isolation, limping, and then doing that. Otherwise it just looks weird when you do it without trying. And then turning around would be just a different level. If you're a beginner, do less. If you know more, do more. Basically, you do this, and then you turn around. Make your leg heavy. Even if they grab, you strip the grips. This is really hard. This is easier for them to pick. So that's when you do this. Push them out of the space, and you're back here. So, but I will not recommend you to turn back really early. Just create enough space, and then we fine-tune it back. So, run away first, limp leg second, and if you know what this meant last, try it, but don't get your hopes up, so to speak. Yeah, it's too much already. 3 options. Let's go. Now, if you feel the sweep. Oh, with that. So you can do both, but if I do my part right, you have to feel like if you can do it early, I would recommend you do it faster. Then look behind, yeah, because that's people have done from that side, and they met with Forrest. Yeah, they run into each other. So that's the safety stuff, because I recommend you to run 5 meters. So clear, like go like everybody goes that way, or you figure it out. It's a big mat space, yeah? So safety. And think about this, they're pushing and you go like, okay, I do this, you think ahead, like, okay, this, I fall and I run. And they will protect their face also, yeah? A little bit. And you go like, okay, here, do it faster. And go a little bit up, a little bit. Out of your comfort zone. But I would recommend you a couple of times. Try like 2 times, 3 times slow, just technique. Okay, I do it. And then 1 out of 3, you go like, okay, that's the fast one now. Ready? And you go, okay? And then all the attention is there not to get injured. And they don't come up, they protect them a little bit, you know, and then you fall nicely and everything. But just, I want you to try that fast. Because in sparring, that's what it is. And if you never train that, you will fail. Yeah, and also the injury risk is bigger if you try it in sparring with speed, you haven't tried it. So there's a sparring, there's you, and we have to catch you up there. So but the ratio of 3 to 1, I think it's fair. 3 times technique, or 2 times technique and 1 time fast. But then I'm serious, like talk to each other fast. Okay, I go here, oh, wait, you know, and then let's go. So they help you also, because they want you to be safe and try something risky. Okay, so you get both, thank you, you know. If they ruin it and everything else, that you're afraid already. So there's a trust issue happening there, okay? So that's my recommendation. Do it again, if you want, 2 to 1 ratio, 3 to 1 ratio. Let's go. So now I will also show you that, because if you learn this, you can really easily adapt it to a lot of lower body sweeps. So, and if you don't know those sweeps, don't do them. If you know those sweeps, it makes this part just interesting, because doing one sweep, you get bored because it's not a resistance, they're not following me, and everything is like a setup stuff. So changing your mindset with different sweeps keeps you practicing that simple thing. Later, this is also very boring, and we have to have resistance. So they also win with certain ratio that's acceptable for you getting better. We have to have progressive resistance, otherwise we have to have games. Otherwise, just it's boring. Anyway, so what else is there? Double ankle. No, just lay down back, and double ankle here. Wait, yes, okay. And you can do the same thing. I know with the gi they can grab pants and everything. Then you can't run away. Then you treat it like a Ben Askren treats it like a funk. If somebody grabs your legs, he spins under, grab your legs. That's what wrestlers are doing. Yeah, and then you fall over yourself. And that's like a funk thing if you watch Ben Askren matches. Because boot is also good because you can hold on to something, because the leg is slippery. So that's a key thing happening later, but we're not there yet, yeah? And I'm not practicing myself that yet. But anyway, that would be the answer. But right now, there's ankles, and anyway, the sweep is better from the ankles, not from the pants. Because the pants are usually up here, and the lever to pull is actually not that good. Anyway, so you can practice and find out, answer yourself. They do this very slowly, and you can still run away. Don't do it fast first, yeah? So, because this is a new situation, you can hurt somebody. So think about falling on your elbow, and think about how would you run away from here. Which way the leg goes, is it goes between away or over away, who cares? And also what you can have is a, let's call it a reverse tripod, or we call it actually Van Damme, because, you know, as a kick, like a side kick, because you can have, so you have tripod, wait, you have this, wait, let's just do the hook. You have it, and then you can change your legs, yes. Yes, we call it like a, you know, side kick, like flying, like Van Damme. So yeah, so you do this, so you pull this back, you know, and push this. So you can do the running away from here also. Like, just try it. If you don't know that sweep, don't spend 5 minutes doing this. And then if you fall, you know, and so if you learn one thing fundamentally, it will automatically go everywhere. So that's why I like that. So I teach you one thing, it's just 5 sweeps works against this. It works against 5 sweeps. So those are 3 I came up with right now. I guess you can have also, in a closed guard manner, you could have like a, you know, knees in, and you can have that double ankle sweep also. But right now, I think, just keep it here. So 3 things, new things, do it slow. Old things, you can do it fast. If you want to do it fast, tell them to also, that's the fast one. So always the safety and communication, all those things, yeah?
What determines which side you turn?
With double ankle, good question. Yes, so with double ankles, my ego, yeah? Yeah, and people say I have a big ego, so it's like, you know. So, and you can usually, that's a joke, yeah. So, but I prefer usually this side, because I'm good at this side. So if I have a choice, I usually tend to fall here. With tripod, wait, do the tripod? Yes. With tripod, I'm forced to fall here. I can also do this side actually, but that we call Elvis' side, and we run away, but not today. So I can do both, because if I do Elvis, it's super early. But if I'm late, I cannot turn anymore, yeah? So I have to fall and fall that way. And that's the butt sprawl we also introduce you, and also running away. You can do both. Early is always best, but early is super hard. If you're a beginner, you always miss the early ones anyway. So usually I end up falling. And what this does, thank you, what this does to you, if you do it right, then most people think you're a very annoying person, because why you're avoiding the fight if you run away and then come back. They're like, really? You know, really, why you fight for top so much? But what happens is, you as a sweeper, you will get better. Because you understand when you watch matches, jiu-jitsu starts, wrestling finishes. If you watch matches, they usually end, the sweep is like 5 meters usually. And then somebody will get top position. So this is a mindset you can teach to beginners and right on, because the sweep is you fight for. So you do a tripod sweep, and then you run after them. And keep them down, not like they fall, they're like, you know, don't know anything, and you get up and you have a sweep. So that would be exception when they're tired. But you should have a fight. So that means you start to get up from, you know, and right away you run after them. Even for a body lock maybe. And then you go from there, you know. They expose the back, and then you try to do your thing. Back exposure will not equal back take. That correlation is wrong, yeah? So just back exposure. And then you work from there what happens. So that's and so to expect that you will actually get top position in guard or in side control, whatever, is wrong. Mostly you should expect certain like open guard, or when they run away, certain body lock situation. So, and that teaches you the sweeps also. So now you know the class is about defense, but also how to do sweeps. Because now that the defense is there, you have to do sweeps differently. So that's also what I'm about. That teaching you the right reality and it's a good person. And then you sweep them, then you know you did it. Yeah, yesterday we talked about it. Okay, so there's a value in that. And also it's a conditioning thing. If you don't do this, then you're lazy, we all are. And then the fight comes and then you have to do conditioning. But there's a way to up your conditioning in a class to a certain level with those drills. That you learn to scramble and you learn to, relax during those scrambles. If you do it in competition once, you're gassed. Because all the classes are doing, you don't scramble much and everything is easy, and then fight happens and then you're gassed. So we can mimic that a little bit. And so you're ready, because that's the fighting thing. That's the MMA, that's the jiu-jitsu fights. So we can already get better cardio by having those safe options and then fighting for right things. So that's also why I like it. So this sweep, yeah, then Van Damme or tripod, and then communicate fast, slow, so nobody gets injured and nobody gets like head bumped from that side. Then, so worry about each other. Let's go. Now I introduce you the Butt Sprawl. He's actually named by Danish person, Thomas Lacour. You know him? Yeah. So he was. We were actually filming this back in the day. Wanted to make a DVD, but it didn't turn out. So we have a sprawl, and then we have this. So he was like, oh, this kind of Butt Sprawl, So Thomas Lacour that named that. So Butt Sprawl, it's. You all know it because it's a start of the technical stand-up. That I always make that joke. Why it calls technical? I have no. Is there an untechnical stand-up? Do we teach also that? Just stand up, and then probably find the most technical way. But there should be like technical armbar then, or technical, So it's kind of like a joke I like to do. So that's what you do, like a stand-up. So you have a straight to leg version and you have a knee version. So this is also good. And then your arms are free, faster, but you're lower. And then that's good because you get right stand up, but you keep your arms there more. So there's trade-offs. And it's sometimes this is not good because I would have to keep my head more higher. So this is my back is more straight, and there's benefits to that. So always you have to know both versions. And toes on the mat. This you get pushed over. Yeah. So that's the Butt Sprawl. You know it. Probably people teach it in a day one. You do warm-ups and all those things. And that's the Butt Sprawl when somebody sweeps you. So let's do it. So let's do it. What side you want? Ah, God damn it.
You can do the other side if you want.
Yes. That's my blue belt side. Go. So you land here. Because if you do this, then you have YouTube, because people taking this out, people doing knee slides. No, knee slide. Yeah. And then it's a guard pass right away in YouTube. And then you end up cross-face underhook, and it looks good, yeah? But this is one of the most unrealistic techniques ever. Yeah, I like to say that. So what should happen is, like, what I said, can you go forward or do you go back? There was a question I asked you before. If I do Butt Sprawl, it's very hard to go forward. If you caught me by surprise and I fell back, you have a chance to go forward. But right now is, if you do it like a medium speed, and I do my Butt Sprawl, try to go forward, go. And now we have a fight. They can't go forward, they have to go back. And then, so that's the fault. That works against a bad defense, against a good defense. And if I do this, then you can go forward, and then you have that option. So I always like the faults, because it just shortens your decision making. But this also looks cool, yeah? But that knee slide and underhook and crossface requires, for my part, 5 mistakes in a row. So I'm not counting that. People do that all the time to me, yeah? So And what you do is you land on butt sprawl. Now, you can land on your elbow or you can land on your arm. And the key is that your head is forward. Go. Go, look. Yeah? Not straight, not lock. Good. And head is here. You do this, you fall. And this also makes the leg heavy. It's very hard to lift. Yeah? And then I need this leg right now. Because that's the leg he needs to stand up. Go. Yeah, he needs that leg to get this and lift my leg. So those are wrestling rules, yeah? You scramble, higher man wins. You attack the legs to make my upper body heavy. If he lifts, and then this happens, yeah? So that's how we win. We have 3 wrestling rules, so those are from wrestlers. So, and I need that leg. With a gi, you can cheat also by grabbing the pants. I call that cheating, yeah? So, you have this, and now we fight. So get up. Yeah, and maybe neutral, maybe I get the leg. Okay, so just do it slowly. You're here, go, go. First this, yeah? And now, you usually get the leg already during the sweep. So you can do it later, clear this, catch his leg, lift it, and you're back here. You can also do this way. Wait, you do this, get the hook, it's already leg here. I already hold, go. Already, he has a harder time than me. I go back and shoulders to the mat. Then I know he's not running away. Because before he can actually do the same thing for us to me and have a neutral. Because he may try this sweep only to get up, not to sweep me, to just create the distance. And also what I want to do individually, thank you, is you're doing this and you fall from here. You don't fall from here. You're fighting them. This is what you do. So first, just try it. Head is forward. Kind of like a butterfly stuff. And then go super slowly. So you feel that there's no torque here, nothing popping. You fall on your butt and arm is supporting. Yeah? So it's safe. Yeah, like this. And then with the partner slowly. And then maybe with the speed if you want. And then the leg and everything else. Okay? Try. So now it's like which way to grab and stuff. So always, if you know how I teach, I always make you suffer first, yeah? Because it doesn't matter, because we're not fighting for life and death, and everything kind of works. Yeah, it's just, I want you to do it, just with a broad idea. And just do it, and then it's like details. Because first I want to just follow, that you're safe. And then how you grab, not important. And then we add details, yeah? So, that blue that side again. So, you can do in 2 phases. You can already grab right now. You can cheat. You can do this. Usually you're here and then you sweep. It's already there. I can get those. And this is how I grab. And so far I believe myself. Yeah. Well, I'm always in doubt, by the way. It's just all the time. That's kind of annoying attitude to have. I'm always in doubt. Because if you do this way, it also looks good. But they have a free thing with kicking the leg there. So, kick your leg free. Yeah, and then they pull the leg back. So I find I have harder time holding them here, so kick the leg there. But if I do this, yeah, they have to pull the leg back. And that helps me more. It kind of crowds them more. That's my only reasoning. If you do a gi, you can cheat, that there's neutral. But then I'm always having I don't mind the cheating, so it's not a bad thing when I say it. You have to know mechanical grips, and then you do gi grips. And then I don't mind what you do because you're responsible and do whatever you like. But I don't like when you only have mechanical. Gi grips. And then you do no gi, and then I don't know how to grab people. That's bad. So know why no gi grips are good, and then gi is also good. And then depends what you do, what sport, then you can grab this and that. Okay? Because this is actually different mechanical control. You feel it right away. This does something else to you. So there are benefits of knowing no gi grips, and also with a gi, you have just more friction. If I roll with a gi, I always grab mechanical grips. I do even spider guard with this. I grab this way, spider guard. I don't grab the gi, because I don't like that wrist being free. This is the lever I use. This is super annoying. Yeah, and it's also legal. Also in IBJJF, because 4 fingers are legal. Most people will hate you after that. So that's kind of my life story, but yeah. So anyway, do it again. So you can have set up right away, you feel okay, safe, and you do this. Yeah, you grab. This is more comfortable, not why not, easy, try it, you know, go. And then right away. And then I have to get this arm out. But also, it's very hard to stand up right now for him, because I have the leg. Later, it's a fun game that how he would stand up, actually, because I have to show you how to finish the sweeps, and this is not the way. So I will circle my toes and kick this way out, like he did it to me before. And then I pull my leg here. I can't pull them back. I can't pull it back. The fingers are there. So I need to go out. Kick, and then pull back, still hold, boom. And what happens also, you can do it, watch safeness, run. Well, those are good jokes I like to do, yeah? So we're on the same page with cards. So, but that could happen. So as a sweeper, you don't want to stay in bottom also, yeah? You will do a sweep, maybe you just want correct distance and go neutral. MMA, whatever, you know, self-defense. Use that, run away, neutral, all good. Pull guard then, yeah. So you can add this, but do it slowly, so, you know, understand that who wins. Do we both win? Do you win? Do I win? So have a communication, yeah? Don't ruin somebody's technique, because it's my class right now. I'm learning defensive stuff, so you don't have to enjoy your part so much. It's about the defensive stuff. And then switch, don't run to anybody, and enjoy both sides if you have to. Let's go. So this is all about how to do also sweeps. So that's why defense is awesome, because if you know the good defense, then it's you do differently. So I do a sweep. Let's say I do a sweep, so it's my way, because I know they're gonna grab that ankle. So either I can pull this, go back. So don't grab, but I will show the situation. Either I do this and right away pull it back, because I know they're gonna hunt this. So it makes me very faster, because I don't have to kick that knee or keep that leg there so much. Just push it and then I'm done. And then I'm going up. I usually like to go here because I need that. But it's bad because his leg is not up. Understand? Sometimes I don't switch. I just want to get up. But now he has the easiest time to forest. So go back. So if I know that, I know he's gonna turn and then it's a body lock fight. Go. And now it's like right away. Because I know I didn't lift his leg. And he has that tendency to just run really fast. If I do a sweep, if I want to win top, then it's right away this. And they have harder time to step over that already. Yeah, you have that move. And then we have this, single legs, everything else, and you go, you fight for that. So there's a trade-off how I stand up and what do I do with the leg. Now you know. Now you're aware, and there's techniques I can't teach you today. Usually it's a weekend seminar. So also, you know, so yeah, so I do this. So now I know he's gonna lift my leg. And that kind of messes me up. Yeah? So I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna pick this leg up, make that heavy. So I rather switch the side to get up. And also the fun part is we can do games like this. Hold on. And who gets up first? And we have that, you know, kind of game, you know, stripping here, getting the legs. It's like a 50-50 fight a little bit. And right away if the leg is up, I'm gone, you know? And they can run also. And so I have to go like, oh shit, you know, there's neutral again. So we can have these very sport-specific games that both try to stand up as a sweeper and a sweepee. You know, I think that's the right word. So now do the drill. I will sweep, the bottom guy sweeps, and then let's do a tripod, yeah? Then you have option to run away or do a butt sprawl. Your decision. Little bit autonomy in the game, yeah? I don't trust you yet, so I give you only 2 options. Yeah? So that's the joke. That's like autonomy part in jiu-jitsu you have to have. Otherwise you become robots. So you're making decisions, what you want to do. And also they don't know. But do it slow. So you can run away, you can do a butt sprawl, and they have to, if the sweeper is, they have to let me win. With some struggle, but I have to always win. If they kill that trust, it's gone, yeah? So I have to win always, but you can make it harder. So it's interesting. Both sides, and if your, let's say, ability to absorb information is bigger, then you can also do, think about double ankle sweep. I'm not giving you answer. So understand right away, yeah? Like a running man, sorry, forest, you have this. You can do the same thing against those things. And go Van Damme. Yes, you can think about also those things. Think about butt sprawl and think about this. And you can play already 3 sweeps with 1 information. There's also Elvis. Elvis is this. Yeah, you know that, you know. And Elvis is early. So all the sweeps, we don't do them right at the moment, but basically what tripod, to the tripod, Elvis is this. I push the hip in, and then we have, you know, very early reactions. So to the tripod, go, and then. So that's what I don't teach you right now. Super hard to do because it's super early. So butt sprawl, forest, switch sides, switch left and right. I have to win, make it harder, start slow, build me up as a confidence. Don't right away, you know, win and give me time. Even if I fall and I'm like, just wait, yeah? Just a little bit lift my leg, wait for me and let me do my thing, okay? Under pressure, making decisions is actually very hard. We have to teach that them slowly. That's what Jiu-Jitsu is about. So we have 10 minutes almost. Enjoy, no injuries, no running to each other. Spread out, let's go.
I'll do it too.
So that was it. So now you know. Now you cannot know, unknow. So, and the fun part is when you know, they know, you both know. And that's a game. So he knows that, you know the Unsweepable stuff, or you're like a more wrestler mindset. And this is a very good way to you being inspired by how to actually sweep people. Because if they just fall and accept the guard, then you get top, or you have even get a guard pass. It's, you know, I say it in the right context. I don't want to say it's like it doesn't happen, but it's, you know, after a tripod sweep, knee slide, and underhook and crossface, it's a lot of things to happen. Should be wrong. So, and now you fight for top. And now you have a choice. And be careful with this information because posting and stuff comes with a price if you have to post correctly. But if you get swept, now you know like, oh, yesterday, not give underhooks away, don't land flat. Maybe, you know, butt sprawl, run away. And right away the the attacker is inspired to figure out how to sweep you. Because, and then you know if you really sweep somebody, it's you. Not they just fell and then you get a wrong self of, you know, confidence that, oh, I'm a good sweeper. Have you tried to sweep a wrestler who's aware of jiu-jitsu? It's a totally different ballgame. And so this is one way to introduce that mentality in a day one kind of situation that also already beginner have in a day one. You know, they're not willing to fall as a beginner. They're usually struggling like they fight for top naturally. And we have to keep that on, the reflex, make it smarter so we can teach sweeps smarter. And then you are, okay, the timing of the sweep and combination of sweeps and body locks and everything. So you will get inspired by wrestling also because body lock comes with that knowledge, how to wrestle. So other person is like, how do I escape the body lock? And so jiu-jitsu guys that usually hate wrestling will go like, how do I get out of this? Wrestling. They're like, ah, you know? And so it's an introduction to a little bit to stand-up wrestling, of situational stuff, not the tie-ups and stuff. So I really enjoy it. And then the gap between jiu-jitsu and fighting and MMA is smaller. Because you're already, you know, fighting like this and standing up and body lock escapes and everything else. So the transition between the arts is easier to do. And it's easier to transfer to, you know, amateur MMA or whatever it is. The mindset is already there. So it's not like you go to MMA usually, and now you fight for top. It's totally new game. Oh, we all usually accept the guard. Fighting is different. Being on top, like Chris Howard has that mantra, you know? When you stay on top and everything else. So that should be like, I met that once wrestler, Greco-Roman guy, and then he nullified my jiu-jitsu by just doing top position and playing parterre. He was stop and playing, and he was just shut everything down without even knowing jiu-jitsu, like so much. I was like, what the hell is that? He was like, just I'm keeping my balance, my shoulder open and my hip square and everything, all the theories. And I was like, God damn it, it's a different beast, totally. So that was my like a wake-up call, like we should kind of introduce that also to jiu-jitsu a little bit. So wrestling is awesome. Thank you, and see you around.